You're listening to the Craig Proctor Real Estate Show. Each week, I'm going to be interviewing top realtors from coast to coast to give you a backstage pass on how they've created their amazing real estate empires and how you can copy them. Good morning. This is Craig Proctor, and welcome to the Craig Proctor Real Estate Show. Today, my special guest is Matt Cooper, a longtime member from the Greater Toronto area. Matt, good morning, and thank you for being here with us today.
Good morning, Craig. My pleasure.
We were just going over your past, your humble beginnings in real estate, and you started the same year that I started in real estate. Talk to us a little bit about your journey from what you were doing and how you got into real estate.
Well, come around about 1985, my resume consisted of bartender and bouncer. So perfect training for real estate, right? I got a sales book for Christmas, and that inspired me to go grab a sales job, which I did. Florsheim shoes in the Eaton Center, so I did that for a while. Come around 87, everybody was talking.
Hang
about
on, you go from you start off as how old are you now? You're a bartender, and now you're a shoe salesperson.
So I'm 19, 20 years old.
Okay, so you're one of these guys that really didn't know what to do with their life, and so how do you go from being a bartender and selling shoes? How do you take the leap into real estate?
One Christmas around that time, Santa brought Matt a book on sales, and I actually read it, and it made sense. And this was like my first bit of formal education. So I thought, well, let's put it to work. And Florsheim Shoes was, I think, the second or third door I knocked on, and worked out great. I had a fantastic time doing that. That was the first time I ever heard, no, we're just looking.
Right.
And learned how to deal with that.
Right. So it was a good experience in sales. It got you started, and you probably found out you had an aptitude for it. Now, when you started in real estate, other than selling shoes, did you have any sales experience or any marketing experience at all?
No, I didn't. That book that I read, Ron Willingham's book, gave me a little bit of marketing understanding, enough so that I could write an ad to get somebody to call me at least. And that turned into a couple of sales, but no real knowledge of marketing like that we have now that I learned from you. No.
Okay, well, it's important that we've got your humble backgrounds, because let's fast forward to today. Tell us what your business and your life look like today. So other people in real estate can look at your story and say, well, I can do what Matt has done, just like you've modeled your business after other Craig Proctor members. So give us an idea of what this thing looks like and what your involvement is on a day-to-day basis.
So back into real estate, I guess now for about 17 or 18 years. Came to a point a little while ago where my wife and I looked around and said, we don't really have a retirement plan. And, we're really kind of, we're working in our business. We weren't really working on our business. So if we stopped working, the money stopped. So we had to look around, and it was a very short time to conclude that the Craig Proctor system was the way to go. So we got back in touch with you. Fortunately, we're still doing what you do. We got into coaching and then into Platinum. We had some success with the guaranteed sale program, so much so that the franchise that you've rolled out, Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, seemed like it was a perfect fit for us. And we investigated that, and the more we found out about the values that are proposed in the system and the way that employees are treated and empowered, and that the whole system is there, the more excited we got. And fortunately for us, we were able to buy a franchise from you that we're going to roll out, as of this date, in a couple of weeks. So we couldn't be more excited than we are, more engaged than we are right now.
Now, a lot of realtors watching this may not be aware of our approach, as it differs from the way most real estate agents are taught to generate leads and run their business. So Matt, do you do any cold calling? Do you do any chasing prospects, or is it a situation where all the marketing compels them to chase you?
Yeah, don't have to do any cold calling or anything like that. Everybody that I speak to has contacted me first as a direct result of our marketing campaigns. So they're all warm inquiries. And so we get to spend our time working with people that actually want to buy and sell real estate, as opposed to chasing people. which is the only option you have if you don't have marketing, cold calling and door knocking and chasing folks. So, most real estate agents look at a house, they'll get a listing, and they'll try and sell that listing in the ad. Makes sense, right? The real estate agent tries to sell the listing in the ad. We know that the ad doesn't sell the house, people sell houses. And so with your marketing, we're able to reach out to more people, offer more options, and help more people in the long run. It's awesome.
It's a couple of examples of, instead of doing what everyone else does in real estate, instead of just advertising yourself or advertising your listings, give us some examples of some of the offers that you would make that compel buyers and sellers to basically come to you, and they're somewhat pre-sold. You're simply returning an inquiry that the prospect's made of you. Tell us about what some of those offers would look like.
Sure. So one of the ones we've been running for last couple of weeks now due to a very aggressive market, and I've got it right over here on my other screen. Your home sold in 5 days for 100% of market value guaranteed, or I pay you $5,000. And that's a pretty bold statement. But what you've taught me is to give folks a number of ways to contact us on that, which adds to the legitimacy of the entire offer. So we try and continue that through all of our offers. We've got some universal offers in the newspaper, 10 best buys. So that's 10 best buys in your price range, whatever that is to you. What's important to you, that's what we provide you with. Along with universal ads, acreage homes, bungalow homes. I've got an ad running this coming week that says how to sell your house without a realtor and save the commission. I'm sure that's going to ruffle a bunch of feathers. I think that's a favorite from yours from the past, is it not?
Yeah, I think the very first time I ran that, I got a phone call into my broker's office because another broker in the area complained about it. But so the basis of the whole system is offering what it is that buyers and sellers want. Of course, you're able to track the response from every ad that you run and track where are the best places to run your ads. And so you've created this situation where you really have a difficult time following up with all the leads, which sounds crazy. It sounds ridiculous to most agents, but that's why you've had impressive growth, because you're basically able to turn on the spigot. You can control the flow of leads to you. And when the leads come in, are you calling them back, or tell us how this works with your team?
At this point, I'm the call coordinator. So when the leads come in, if it's a branded inquiry, something what we call a really warm lead, I'll be calling that back myself. That's a great opportunity for me. What I can't get to, because we do generate more leads than we can get to at any given time because of your marketing, we've got inside sales reps that follow up with customers and determine their timing and motivation. And, these are young guys, very, very intelligent, want to be real estate agents. And training them every morning, as I do, as you've taught us to do, sharpens my blade, makes me better at what I do. So, yeah, call comes to me, either I'll take it or farm it to one of the gentlemen. Somebody will follow up and get the folks the information that they're looking for.
Okay, so you're taking we could say the A leads, the branded leads, the come list me's, the other leads that are coming in, let's call those the B leads. So you're taking the A leads, the B leads are going to your team. Your team your inside sales agents are calling the leads, and they're setting up appointments for the outside sales agents.
Yes.
The outside sales agents are trained on your listing presentation, the buyer presentation, and then you're spending your time generating the leads and recruiting and hiring and training the team, so you can help a lot more families than you ever could just working on your own. So
go ahead.
So most of your time is on recruiting, training, marketing, and calling back those A leads.
Yeah, and what rounds that out is negotiating the offers. Because, out of all the 23, 24 little jobs in real estate, negotiating the offer is one of the real places you can bring value. So if I'm not running around, banging a sign in the lawn or getting keys cut, I'm available for my clients when they need me most. That's kind of the beauty of your system, I find. Okay,
so let's talk about that. There was a time when you first got into real estate where you were doing all of the details. You were banging the signs in the lawn and getting the keys cut and taking the pictures of the houses and installing the key boxes. How did you break free of being the doer and instead spend so much time working on your business and understanding the high impact activities? The few things that we mentioned is exactly where you need to be spending your time.
One of the first exercises you presented with us with is the time of your life exercise. So write down what you're doing during the day. Make a complete note of it, and at the end of the day, look at it and say, well, can any of these jobs be delegated to others? And so we study the team system manual, and one of the first recommendations is get a customer service person. Administration support. So we did. And that young lady's been helping us implement and frees me up to, like you said, train, recruit, handle the marketing, oversee, return the warm calls. So that's what first gave us leverage there. We've also branched out to a social media manager, helping us with our omnipresence mission.
Good for you.
But we can talk about that if you like as well.
Oh, let's go right into social media. One of the goals in the Craig Proctor system is we want all of our Craig Proctor members to have omnipresence. One of the biggest battles we fight as realtors is obscurity. There's some really good real estate agents out there. They're experienced. They really care about their clients. They work hard, and that's all very important. But if nobody knows who you are, they can't experience all that great service that you can provide them. So how do you battle obscurity? How do you create this omnipresence where in your marketplace, wherever people go, they see your name over and over again? So they get to know you. And then, of course, with social media, the hope is not only do they know you, but they're going to get to like you and trust you and do business with you.
Yeah. Obscurity is the number one battle we face, for sure. And so with social media, we can take all of the programs, all of the unique selling propositions that you provide us with, and distribute them to all the social media channels, in addition to our custom audiences, folks that have come to see us before. And so they might not be ready to go right ahead right at the moment, but we nurture them along through the process, provide them information on the go. So it's really a matter of taking your content, preparing it for social media, and distributing it everywhere. Tell the world, and do that over and over and over again. And so that includes initial advertising, also remarketing through the various channels. So that's kind of how it started for us. And of course, Todd Walters has taught us how to do this. So we love Todd, and we're trying to live up to his expectations every day.
For those watching this, Todd Walters is our platinum coach, and he's worked side by side with Matt for many years. You're in our top level. You are Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty licensee. You've been in our titanium level. Talk about the people that you've met in the Craig Proctor organization and how that's really helped your real estate career.
Yeah, hanging out with the top 1% of 1% day in and day out is beyond valuable. You get to associate with folks that are doing what you're doing and are further along in doing what you're doing. And we're all working for the same program. It's a very sharing community. I've learned so much from so many of our great members just by following them on social media. You can pick up so many great tips from them, and we're all doing essentially the same thing with variations here and there. So the camaraderie, the collaboration between the folks in the Titanium and Platinum program and the folks with Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty as well has just been a godsend for us. We're so happy to be where we are right now and associating with people that are really doing it big time, because that's what we want to do. So
it's great to be able to talk to hundreds of people that are already doing the thing that you want, and you come to that realization very quickly. Like, of all these people that I've got to know, they're kind of like my friends. They're doing these things, and they're having massive success. So I can do it too. Let's next talk about your worthy cause. You're doing so well that you're able to give back to charity, to give back to your worthy cause. And you have a worthy cause referral marketing program. Talk to us about why your clients should refer business to you and how you're helping your worthy cause.
Just a bit of background on that. Todd Walters sort of took me aside and he said, Matt, have a good look at your marketplace. Choose a worthy cause, a charity that you really believe in, that connects with you. Take them under your wing. Include them in your marketing. Give them some of your money from sales, and tell the world about it. And so that's what we've done. And for me, it was it was really an easy choice, being a lifelong animal lover. And the Humane Society of Durham Region does such a fantastic job helping abused animals, lost, strayed. Also helping out, with vaccinations here and there, and spay and neuter and that sort of thing. And such a great group over at the Humane Society as well. So when I proposed the venture to them, they were all for it. And they said, you know what, go ahead and include us in your marketing. We're happy to be there. And such a wonderful relationship's developed over time. And recently they've asked me to be a volunteer senior advisor to the Humane Society, which I was thrilled to accept. They've also asked me to be the sponsorship committee chair of an upcoming virtual event they're doing. So I'm helping out with that as well. So it's a win-win-win. And instead of coming to my clients and say, know anybody, got any referrals? Now I can come and say, hey, take advantage of our outstanding real estate service, and a worthy cause will benefit as well. We're going to shoot $500 over the Humane Society for every referral we close. So it's good. It feels good from the heart to ask for referrals, Craig, because it's not just for me. It's giving back to the community as well, and that's a feeling that's hard to describe. It's a beautiful feeling.
Did everybody get that? Instead of referrals, I always ask realtors, why do people refer clients to you? And generally, Matt, realtors, they say, well, because I do a good job. And I'll say, well, only a percentage of your clients gave you referrals last year, but you did a good job for all your clients. And that gets them thinking. They're thinking, yeah, that's true. I did a good job for all my clients. Why do so few of them send me referrals? And then I would next ask, well, how would they even know to send you referrals? Like, what's your referral offer? And you're absolutely right. The referral offer is, for most realtors, is basically like, you know anybody, or some of the sales gurus would tell you that your offer should be, hey, Matt, if you know anybody that's thinking of buying or selling real estate, it would be like the biggest compliment to me if you could refer them. So, you got to think, like, are your clients sitting around all day long thinking about how to give you a big compliment and send you referrals? So the reason realtors don't do as well with referrals as they should is because it feels kind of self-serving. They feel like kind of bad about it, right? Like, do you know anybody? Or, hey, the greatest compliment you can give me is to send me a referral. So we started thinking many years ago, well, what if this was something that the realtor felt really good about? What would be their worthy cause? What if they could say to their clients, hey, Mr. and Mrs. Buyer or Seller, anytime you send me a referral, I'm going to send $500 or $1,000 to charity of your choice, right? So it might be, and every realtor has something in their life that's touched them. It might be the Cancer Society, the Heart and Stroke Foundation. It might be the Humane Society like yours. It could be homeless people. We have a lot of our members that are ex-military, so their worthy cause would be wounded warriors. So you're a realtor watching this or listening to this right now, I want you to think about, how could this work for you? What is something that you really, really believe in? And then we help you with your marketing materials, your collateral materials. Matt, everything from your business card to your newsletter, to your social media, to even your email signature line talks about your unique selling propositions and your worthy causes. It's just something that you can really get behind. I think most of us would agree, if it's something that you really believe in and you really can get behind, then it's easy to talk about, right? If it feels selfish, if it feels self-serving, like, hey, Matt, do you know anybody? A story I like to tell, Matt, is I coached my son all the way through hockey, and one year, one of the kids' parents was a realtor, and literally this guy would show up every Saturday and Sunday at every practicing game and hand out his business cards to the same parents, right? And the opposing team parents. And after a couple weeks, like, it kind of makes your skin crawl, right? I know he didn't feel good about it. And as parents and the coach, we certainly didn't feel good about it as well. So if you know you do a good job, and I know You do, right? You folks, you work hard for your clients. This referral offer marketing should be part of your offer when your clients love you the most. So right at the listing table, okay, the minute they list the house, have an extra document there, an extra piece of paper that the buyers or sellers sign off on, acknowledging that they understand whatever your worthy cause is going to be, whether it's going to be homeless people, Heart and Stroke Foundation, the Humane Society, whatever it is, that anytime someone sends a referral to you, you're going to donate whatever amount of money or whatever percentage of your commission check on their behalf to that charity. I know if it's something that you believe in and that you're going to talk about it, right? And that's the key. If your referral offer sounds self-serving, or if it's a trade, sometimes it's a trade, right? Like another question I'll ask realtors is, if someone sends you a referral, what do you give them? Like, you even call them to thank them, and some don't, right? So imagine if I sent a realtor a referral and I didn't even get as much as a thank you. I might think, well, I guess that wasn't important, right? So we want to make sure that we reward good behavior. Why do people refer to you? Okay, what is your referral offer? It's very important. And some of the realtors do fairly well on referrals, Matt, and they don't even have a very strong referral offer. They don't really put a lot of effort into it. So I always say, well, if you're getting these, I call them accidental referrals. If you're getting referrals without actually trying, what would happen if you actually tried? What if you had a systematic approach, a real awesome referral offer that you believed in? So that's another thing you do a great job of. Give me let's switch gears and talk about advice for realtors that want to succeed, that are struggling right now. You've been doing this for a while. You've had good times and bad times in real estate. Talk about some of the challenges you've had and some advice that you would give realtors that are going through some tough times, and however they see other agents being really successful.
There's no two ways about it. Real estate is a tough game, and now so more than ever. And if you don't have a unique reason for people to want to do business with you, a lot of folks look at realtors like eggs on the shelf at the supermarket. I'll take the one that's not cracked. You've got to have a meaningful reason for people to call you and to differentiate you from everybody else. And if you don't, you're just going to be one of the many. So I would say, get a hold of a really solid, unique selling proposition, or several of them. Embrace them, incorporate them into your marketing. And you know what? Most of all, hook up with a mentor who's done it, who's already done what you want to do. And you know what? Spend as much time with them as you possibly can, learn everything you possibly can, and roll it out. Life is short. 80% of realtors wash out every 5 years. And so if you're going to make it, you need help. And this is the man that can help you.
Well, I appreciate that. Give everybody your location. I know you're always growing your team. You're looking for great agents. Tell everybody exactly where you're located and how they can reach you if they want to reach out, and maybe talk about joining your team.
Yeah, that'd be great. My wife Kendall and I, she's my partner in this business with the brokerage as well. We lived in Oshawa for probably 15 years. And then at one time just, sold at a peak of one of the markets and took off about an hour outside into Northumberland. So now we have a nice little ranch, couple acres in Northumberland. We run the whole show virtually, thanks to what you taught us. So we are looking for teammates, people who really want to make a difference, people with solid integrity, razor sharp skills, and no shortage of ambition. First thing to do is drop by the website, www.mattcooper.ca. Get a feel for who we are, our philosophies. There's a section on there on recruiting as well. You can jump in and see all the different positions we have available, the training that's available. You can email me directly if you like, matt@mattcooper.ca. You can call our office, 905-440-0505. And so why would you bother coming, to work with us as a realtor?
Yeah, I want to hear your unique selling proposition. If I'm a realtor, why should I choose to work with you versus all my other options?
Well, the number one reason, Craig, would be that we supply real estate agents with appointments, not leads, appointments. I've got inside sales pros that convert my genuine warm inquiries into sit-down appointments for my outside sales staff. So once you learn our system, we plop you down in front of a consumer, you make a benefits presentation, you help them get what they want, you come back, you drop your paperwork off with the administrator, and you're off to your next appointment. So no other brokerage, aside from Your Home Sold Guaranteed Realty, does that. And so if for no other reason, that would be the main reason.
Yeah, I mean, to be a real estate agent and be able to just go from appointment to appointment to appointment. I mean, Matt's not kidding. When you join Matt's team, you're not getting leads. You're actually getting listing appointments and buyer appointments. You're not spending any money on marketing or advertising. You're not running around doing any of the administrative tasks. You're not banging signs in or getting keys cut, taking pictures. All of that is done. They have customer service managers that actually talk to your buyers and sellers. So as a real estate agent, I could just focus on the high impact, the money-making activities by joining your team, having all the stuff I don't like taken care of, and just simply go from appointment to appointment to appointment to appointment. So if you're in Matt's marketplace, you should definitely check it out. Look, in this business, it's not about what you make, it's about what you net. And so many real estate agents are wasting all kinds of money on ineffective marketing, or they're paying their broker owner and getting not much in return. What Matt has here is growing by leaps and bounds. His business is incredibly successful, and that's why we're interviewing here today. Look, on social media, where can people follow you? Because you're all over social media. If you want to know how to do this, just follow Matt, follow him, watch what he's doing, and you'll start to get what it takes to be successful on social media.
Thank you, Craig.
So I want to also, you can follow you on Facebook, I guess, Instagram, LinkedIn,
yep,
YouTube.
Yep.
Okay. Now, I also, if you've enjoyed our interview today, I'd like to invite you to book a call with my team. We call it a breakthrough call, where we will talk to you about where you are in your business right now and where it is that you want to go. That's the crazy thing about this, Matt, is people kind of know where they are, and I hope they would have an idea of where they would want to go in their business. So the natural question that we ask realtors is, well, why aren't you doing it? If you know where you are and you know where it is you'd like to take your business, why aren't you already doing it? It's usually they can tell us what's holding them back. They're stuck somewhere, something's holding them back. And so this discussion that you would be having with my team, and it's an absolute free breakthrough call, no obligation. We would talk to you about, we would help you identify what things are holding you back and how to fix those problems, right? If that one thing that's holding you back was removed, then you could reach your goals. And then what would that do for you? If you were to reach your goals, and typically agents will say something like, well, I'd like to sell 50 homes a year. And we dig a little deeper. Well, why 50? I'm selling 25 now. But you go to 50, why would that make a difference in your life? I was talking to one lady who said, well, I am doing 25. I'd like to get to 50. And I asked her why 50 was significant. She said, at 50, my husband could quit his job. He could come and work with me, and we could travel and we could see our children more often. That was her why. So those are the kind of conversations we have during the Craig Proctor breakthrough call. It's absolutely free of charge. Now, here's how you book it. It's really easy. You go to my name, proctorcall.com. That's proctorcall.com. And you're going to see my Acuity day timer. Just pick a day and a time. We'll ask you a bunch of questions, and then we'll spend 45 minutes with you, tell you everything we know to try to help you in your situation. And the idea here is we just want to pay it forward, prove to realtors that we can help you by just actually helping you. It's kind of the oldest trick in the book, right? How do you convince people that you can help them? Just help them. So it's a free breakthrough call at proctorcall.com. And again, if you want to check out Matt Cooper, you'll find him all over social media. Give us your contact information. Again, they want to call you or email you, Matt.
Yeah, you can email me at matt@mattcooper.ca. The website's www.mattcooper.ca, or give us a shout, 905-440-0505. And if I could just piggyback on what you were saying there, Craig, about getting together to you for a consult, I would say to realtors, tomorrow never comes. Okay, there's no good time to have children. Okay, just do it. Do it now, and you'll be happy. You'll be grateful. Hook up with Craig.
Thank you so much, Matt, for doing this. It's been Matt Cooper, your home sold guaranteed realty in Durham. Check him out on social media. I want to thank everybody for watching, or at least listening to our podcast today. Until next time, this is Craig Proctor, the Craig Proctor Real Estate Show. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.